My child, before we begin, pause for a moment and look again at the title you clicked on. God says, "Be careful, your son is in serious danger. Open it now. You didn't come here by accident. Something inside you felt a pull, a whisper, a nudge from deep within your spirit. You clicked because your heart recognized a warning meant specifically for you, and now heaven is confirming it. This message is not random. It is a divine interruption. You are here because God is urgently trying to reach you. My beloved child, listen closely. The Lord says, be careful, for your son is walking through a dangerous hour. There are moments in life when the spiritual realm grows louder, when the veil thins, when shadows move closer than they should. This is one of those moments. Heaven has been watching your household. Heaven has been watching your son. Heaven has been watching the unseen battle that has formed around him, silently, quietly, but intensely. And today God says, I cannot stay silent anymore. For days, maybe weeks, something has felt different. You've noticed changes in his energy, even if you didn't say it out loud. You've seen that distance. You've seen that strange heaviness in his eyes. You felt that quiet worry rising inside you. And the Lord says, you felt it because it was real. This is not your imagination. This is not fear. This is spiritual sensitivity. You have been sensing the turbulence around him without fully understanding it. Your spirit recognized the danger before your mind did. The Lord says the enemy has been roaming near your child's destiny, studying him, trying to map out weak spots, trying to locate openings. Not because your son is weak, but because his destiny is strong. The brighter the calling, the stronger the attack. The enemy sees something in your son that even he does not fully see yet. A spark, a mantle, a divine assignment that threatens darkness. So the enemy has tried to approach quietly, not with loud destruction, but with subtle influence, whispers, confusion, fear, distraction, wrong voices, wrong paths. The attacks are small, but aimed at something big. God says, the danger is not in what you see. The danger is in what you don't see. There are conversations your son is having when no one is around. There are thoughts entering his mind that were not planted by heaven. There are temptations disguised as opportunities. There are traps disguised as friendships. There are shadows disguised as comfort. The enemy rarely walks in looking like danger. He walks in looking like relief, but the Lord has exposed him. My child, heaven has observed the shift in your son's spirit. That sudden anger, that quick frustration, that unusual silence, that tiredness that feels too heavy for his age, that lack of focus, that emotional wandering. These are not just phases. These are not random. These are doorway symptoms, signs that the enemy has been trying to knock on his mind, hoping someone will open. But God says, the door will not open, not while I'm speaking to his parent. This message is your shield. This message is your warning. This message is your divine instruction. Your son carries something precious, something ancient, something heaven-marked. Before he was born, the Lord placed an imprint on him, a calling, a mission, a future role that will impact others. The enemy spotted that imprint early. He has tried to interrupt it before it matures. But the Lord says, no interruption will succeed if you rise and act now. Heaven is calling you to attention. Heaven is placing you as the watchman over your child's destiny. You are not just a parent by blood. You are a guardian by divine appointment. God says, you have prayed, and I have heard you. But now I need you to rise. Your prayers have been reaching heaven. Even the prayers you prayed quietly, even the ones you prayed while wiping tears, even the ones you whispered when no one else could hear. Those prayers have been forming a wall, but now that wall must be strengthened. The enemy thinks he found a vulnerability. He thinks your son is standing alone, but he is not alone. He has you, and heaven is backing you. My child, I must tell you this with love. The environment around your son must be protected right now. There are influences trying to shape him. Influences entering through entertainment, conversations, online connections, even the atmosphere of certain places. These things look harmless, but they are spiritual seeds. And the Lord says, you must be careful with what you allow near him in this season. A small doorway can open a big attack. A tiny influence can plant a deep root. A casual voice can shift destiny. But you will stop it, because heaven is warning you before harm arrives. God says, I am revealing this danger so you can prevent it, not to frighten you, not to overwhelm you, but to empower you. You are receiving this message because you have the authority to change the outcome. Your son is not lost. Your son is not trapped. Your son is not defeated. He is simply under attack. And the attack is being exposed. Once something is exposed, it loses power. My child, lean in. God says there is something else. Your presence has been protecting him more than he knows. Every time you worried, heaven moved. Every time you prayed, heaven responded. Every time you thought of him, angels were dispatched. Every time you felt uneasy, it was God alerting you. Heaven honors parental intercessors because a praying parent is the enemy's worst nightmare. And now, as this first part comes to an end, God says, the danger is real, but the rescue has already begun. Prepare yourself, for in the next part I will reveal what the enemy planned and how I will stop it. The Lord says, now that you understand the warning, I will reveal what has been forming around your son. This message is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to open your eyes. Because heaven never exposes danger without preparing deliverance. Something has been approaching your son quietly, almost invisibly. Not a physical threat, but a spiritual influence that has been trying to shape his emotions, his choices, and his perception of himself. And the Lord says, I have watched this influence long enough. Now I speak. There is a pressure around your son, a weight he doesn't know how to describe. He feels it, but he cannot explain it. He senses something is off, but he hides it behind silence or distraction. This pressure didn't come from him. It didn't come from you. It didn't come from life. It came from the enemy trying to interrupt the path God mapped for him. The enemy cannot remove God's plan, but he tries to distort your child's ability to recognize it. The Lord says your son has been experiencing a sudden shift in his mood, moments of discouragement without reason, a strange emotional distance, a heaviness around his thoughts, a pulling toward things that do not align with who he truly is. You noticed it, you sensed it, you felt it rise like a warning in your spirit, and that inner alarm was not anxiety, it was divine discernment. God allowed you to feel what your son could not see. The enemy works in silence. He tries to slip into the edges of a child's spirit, not through dramatic moments, but through whispers, temptations, suggestions, and subtle shifts. A thought here, a doubt there, a distraction growing slowly, a wrong voice growing louder, a shadow slowly stepping closer. The enemy is patient when targeting destiny. He plants seeds quietly, hoping no one notices. But heaven noticed, and now you know. God says, your son is at a turning point, not a dangerous fate, a dangerous influence. Someone or something is trying to pull him into a direction that is not from God. It might be a friendship, a habit, a conversation, a digital influence, a mindset, or a new emotional pattern. It looks harmless on the surface. It appears normal. It appears small. But spiritually, it is significant, because the enemy is not trying to harm him in one moment. He is trying to redirect him over time. A small shift now creates a big detour later. Your son is sensitive, spiritually open, emotionally deep, naturally gifted. And because of that sensitivity, he picks up energies and influences quicker than others. This makes him powerful, but it also makes him targeted. Children with prophetic destinies often face early battles. Children with strong futures attract early interference. Children with bright spirits draw early shadows. The Lord says, "The enemy sees the fire I placed inside him." That fire is what the attack is aiming for. But God continues, "What belongs to me cannot be stolen." Your son has also been tempted recently, not by evil things, but by distracting things, things that pull him away from his inner identity, things that push him toward paths not meant for him, things that cloud his judgment, things that silence his intuition, things that drain his inner light. And because he is young, he does not recognize these distractions as threats. But you do. And God is using your awareness as a shield. The Lord reveals something deeper. There is a voice influencing your son that is not good for him. It might be a friend. It might be an online person. It might be a group. It might be an older influence. It might even be a silent presence, someone he observes but does not speak to. This voice is planting seeds of confusion, independence without wisdom, or emotions that aren't truly his own. But God says, "Every voice that does not come from me is losing authority over him right now." Heaven is interrupting every whisper that aimed to pull him away. There is also emotional turbulence around your son, a restlessness. He feels unsure about himself. His confidence has been shaking. His peace has been shifting. His mind has been clouded in moments. These are not signs of weakness. These are signs of warfare. But the Lord says, "What the enemy tried to cloud, I will clear." Heaven is washing over his thoughts. God is recalibrating his emotions. Angels are surrounding his steps. Your son is not drifting, he is being safeguarded. Your prayers have been working more than you know. Every tear, every fear, every late-night thought about him, they all spoke loudly in the spiritual realm. Heaven heard every one of them. The enemy thought your son was uncovered, but he was never uncovered. He is covered by your love and wrapped in God's mercy. The Lord says, your awareness is the beginning of his breakthrough, and soon God will reveal what you must do to strengthen the shield around him, to protect him emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. God says, now that your eyes are open to what has been surrounding your son, I will show you what must be done to protect him and guide him back into alignment. This is not a battle you fight with fear. This is a battle you win with awareness, presence, and spiritual authority, because heaven has chosen you as the one who stands in the gap for him. And the Lord says, I will place wisdom in your hands. There is a shift coming to your household, a shift so gentle in the natural, yet so powerful in the spiritual. Your son may not speak it, but he feels the atmosphere around him. Children sense spiritual pressure long before they understand it. He feels the tension. He feels the heaviness. He feels the inner tug of war. He feels something is trying to pull him, yet something stronger is trying to keep him. That stronger force is heaven. God says, your home must become his refuge again, not through grand gestures, not through lectures, not through pressure, but through atmosphere. The environment in your home will shape the environment in his heart. If peace fills the walls, peace will fill his spirit. If prayer is present, clarity will surround him. If love flows, confusion will fade. He needs calmness around him right now. He needs spiritual covering, even if he doesn't ask for it. He needs your presence more than your words. And God says, I will guide you on how to shift the atmosphere. There are 3 ways heaven restores a child under attack: through presence, through prayer, through protection. Your presence brings stability. Your prayer brings intervention. Your protection brings boundaries. Right now, your son needs all 3. He needs quiet reassurance, the kind that doesn't feel forced, the kind that simply exists. He needs soft guidance, gentle redirection instead of confrontation. He needs spiritual anchoring, even if he doesn't yet understand its value. Your love is not ordinary, it is armor. The Lord says, be slow to correct, quick to pray, and steady in watching. Your son doesn't need pressure right now. He needs grounding. He doesn't need arguments. He needs alignment. He doesn't need exposure. He needs covering. You may notice moments where he withdraws, moments where he becomes defensive, moments where he becomes emotional, moments where he resists help or conversation. Those moments are not rebellion, they are spiritual overwhelm. And your patience during this time will be a key part of his healing. God reveals something deeper. Your son is trying to figure out who he is, not outwardly, but inwardly. He's wrestling with identity, purpose, belonging, and direction. He's searching for something he cannot articulate. He's navigating emotions that feel bigger than him. He's trying to find a place where he feels understood. This inner search is being attacked by the enemy, but God says, I will guide him into truth. Your role is not to solve his identity. Your role is to protect it until God reveals it. There is a moment coming soon when your son will act differently. He may ask a question, he may open up, he may show vulnerability, he may express something on his heart. This moment will seem small, but it is spiritually significant. The Lord says, when this moment comes, do not overreact. Simply listen. Your listening will invite him to open more. Your gentleness will break the walls around him. Your silence will show him he is safe. You don't need perfect answers. You only need a peaceful presence. The enemy used confusion to enter. God will use clarity to remove him. Heaven is already working. Your son is not alone. He is not drifting. He is not being lost. He is transitioning from a season of spiritual vulnerability into a season of spiritual awakening. But before he awakens fully, God is strengthening you. Because every child going through warfare needs a prepared parent. And God says, I am preparing you right now. You will notice certain signs soon. A sudden peace in your home, a shift in your son's energy, an unexpected softness in his behavior, an openness where there was distance, a calmness replacing the heaviness. These are spiritual signals, signals that heaven is winning the battle. And yes, heaven is winning. The enemy tried to influence him, but not once did God lose sight of him. Your son is still in God's hands, always was, always will be. The Lord says, now I will reveal what comes next, not the danger, but the deliverance. You have walked through the warning. You have understood the strategy of the enemy. You have learned the atmosphere your home must carry. And now heaven announces the result of your obedience. God says, what was rising against your son is collapsing. This is the season where the shadow that followed him will lose strength, the confusion will break, the fear will fade, the heaviness will lift, the spiritual interference will be destroyed. Even now, heaven is overturning what darkness attempted. There is a divine light entering your home, a calmness coming that will feel like a breath you didn't know you needed, a peace that settles not only around your son but in your own heart. Your long-held worry is about to be replaced with assurance. Your sleepless nights are about to turn into restful ones. Your tension is about to be exchanged for clarity. For the Lord says, "You have carried this burden long enough. Now let me carry it." A restoration is coming to your son. A restoration of identity, confidence, purpose, and emotional stability. You will begin to see him act differently, not in dramatic ways, but in small, meaningful shifts. He will breathe easier. He will sleep deeper. He will speak with more clarity. He will feel lighter. He will become more open. He will choose differently. He will slowly return to himself. These changes are not coincidence. They are the evidence that heaven intervened. The Lord also says, "I am bringing new people into his life, people with pure hearts, people with good intentions, people who will guide, not mislead, people who will support, not influence negatively, people who will build him, not drain him." Divine connections are being arranged. Wrong voices are being silenced. Misleading influences are being cut away. Your son is stepping into a safer circle, not by accident, but by divine alignment. Heaven is also touching his mind. Thoughts that troubled him will begin to calm. Ideas that frightened him will disappear. Voices that confused him will fade. Internal storms will settle. The Lord says, "I am clearing the fog from his spirit." Your son will begin to think clearly again. He will begin to feel motivated again. He will become more aware of his own worth. He will rise from the inside first, and the outside will follow. This is not temporary healing. This is a shift the enemy cannot undo. But hear this. The Lord is not only protecting your son, he is awakening him. There is a gift inside your child that is beginning to stir. A sensitivity, a spiritual awareness, a deep intuition, a calling that will become more visible as he grows. The enemy attacked him not because he was weak, but because he was chosen. And now heaven says, the chosen one will rise. The same child the enemy tried to confuse will become the one God uses to impact others. He will speak life. He will carry light. He will stand strong. He will overcome. He will fulfill the purpose heaven wrote for him. Your son's story is shifting. What was meant to harm him will become the testimony that shapes him. What was meant to derail him will become the fuel that strengthens him. What was meant to confuse him will lead him into clarity. God says, "I am rewriting the ending." And this time, the ending is victory. You must also hear this clearly. Your son will not be lost. Your son will not fall. Your son will not break. Your son will not drift into darkness. The Lord says, "I have sealed him. I have marked him. I have preserved him. Everything the enemy planned has been dismantled. Every shadow that followed him has been dismissed. Every spiritual door the enemy tried to enter has been closed. Every curse spoken against him has been reversed. Every trap set for him has failed. Your prayers became his shield. Your faith became his protection. Your love became his covering. And heaven says, "You have saved your child more than you know." Now the Lord places one final instruction in your heart. Continue praying for him softly, quietly, without fear, not because danger remains, but because destiny is emerging. Your prayer is not a cry of fear anymore. It is now a declaration of direction. Pray not from anxiety, but from expectation. Pray not from worry, but from confidence. Pray not for protection only, but for fulfillment. Because God says, your son is stepping into purpose, and you will witness it with your own eyes. The battle has turned. The danger has passed. The covering has strengthened. The path has cleared. The angels have taken position. And the Lord whispers these final words over your home. Your son is safe. Your home is blessed. Your lineage is protected, and your future is secured.